Hey guys, it's the Gootscast for Tuesday, the 14th of July. We're at the halfway point of July. Who knew it would go this fast? I'm here with Andrew Reed.
Oh man,
Lee.
I didn't even realize it was mid-July
It's
already.
mid-July, baby.
Yeah,
And our lives are still going to hell. I'm here with Andrew
I
Lee.
I've been
And
enjoying my life.
I love it. I can't get
Yeah, I mean I haven't really gone out in 3 days, and I'm okay with that.
Well, I was doing work in my garage today, so.
Yeah, I mean I
Hey,
went out just to throw out the garbage.
Hebrew,
Yeah,
that's good. So,
recycle.
did you cry a lot?
No, but I sneezed a lot.
I'm sneezing a lot. Well, I was out with dust. I was working with
Yeah.
dust and shit.
All right.
So tonight was AEW Dark and Impact. Before we get to those fucking disasters, Raw had its lowest ratings in history last night. And
Mhm.
I just want to say this. It's not, people keep, the creative. It's not the creative. Nobody gives a fuck with the creative. It's not the creative right now. You know what it is? It's the pandemic.
But they hit the Prime demo.
Yeah, actually, they did demo.
The demo. It's all about the demo.
I know. Dude, you had to pull the demo numbers out of, apparently, USA's happy with the demo, but they bury that. So I found USA's happy with their demo numbers, but they don't talk about that when it's WWE. They only talk about that when AEW, that, TNT is happy with the demo numbers, even though TNT. But here's why the ratings are so bad for all the shows. These shows are atrocious during this pandemic. There's no reason to keep doing them. All it does is hurt the fucking brand. Both of them, all of them.
You know what it is? It's because there's no audience, and I mean, if you're like a diehard, it probably won't bother you too much. But if you're not, it's gonna bother you, and it's just not as fun when there's no audience. That's just what it is.
Yeah, people like Jeff Paul who tune in every now and then and just watch to watch. He can't watch it because he's like, this is garbage.
He'll be like, what the fuck is this garbage? Yeah.
Yeah, he's put it on. He said that to me. So it's like the only people that watch are losers like me and you. So
yes, my friend Majit. He put on Raw a little bit yesterday, and he's just like, fuck this shit, and he started watching a Schwarzenegger movie. Because I get it, if you're not like a diehard, like I don't
even like, dude. If I was doing this podcast, I wouldn't even watch it. I'm only doing this podcast. It's like, what else am I going to do in my life at this point?
If I wasn't doing this podcast, I would fast forward through a lot. I would still watch, but I would fast forward through a lot.
So it's, I don't know. It's horrible. They should be ashamed of themselves.
They should just be doing
it's not. But here's the deal. It's nothing to do with storyline. You could have. I really do think you could have The Rock in Austin now. Like, this could be 1999, and the ratings would be the same, because it just reminds you. It just they go like, we're trying to make you forget about the pandemic. All it does is remind you of the pandemic, because.
Yeah, I think the ratings will be down regardless of who's on the TV. Speaking of people who are not going to be on the TV, I don't think we ever mentioned this, but Charlotte is not going to be on TV for a long time.
Good.
One of her, I think her breast implants are leaking again.
Yes, all over me.
So they were leaking before, and what happens when that happens is you get it hurts your body because you got like basically poison dripping into your body. So she's out. I don't know how long that lasts for, but I'm assuming months. But it's actually good timing because it's probably better.
We were getting sick of her. The show sucks.
Not to be out there, yeah. Speaking of somebody else being hurt or injured or sick, DDP.
DDP has COVID, and he was actually
COVID.
Careful. But I heard his daughter went to like a bridal shower and with 16 girls, and 8 of them wound up with COVID, and now he has COVID.
Is that how he got it? Through his daughter?
I think that's how he got it, yeah.
Let me ask you a question. How old is DDP?
He's old. He looks bad in the video. He looks bad. He's like, is he I think he's like almost 70. Hold on, let me see.
He is pretty old. I don't think he's 70, but I'm going to say he's like 67.
He is 109, and he started wrestling at 82.
I was off by a few years.
Fucking great. Dude, I like the fact that, like, I passed the 8. I think we both – how old are you now?
Me? I'm going to turn 38.
Okay, we both passed the 64. He's 64.
He's 64?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
Dude,
makes
we
sense.
both passed the age where he started training. I think he started training at 35, and everybody acted like he basically started as a senior citizen training.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the big thing with him. He was so fucking old, and like you were both you're 38, I'm 39, and it's like I don't know. It's funny that like I'm past that. If I started training, I would be like a fucking ancient idiot. Although I really responded to training last summer. I can't wait to train again.
Oh, I never train.
I know, bro.
So, any other news before we get right into it?
No, everything sucks, including these two shows. Let's go.
No way. These shows are fucking great. I love both these
God,
shows.
you
You
are.
want to do Impact first?
Ah, God. No, let's do AEW. By the way, yeah, let's do Impact because I showed off AEW at a certain point to get to Impact.
Oh, okay. We're going to do Impact Wrestling. This is the go-home Impact, meaning this is the Impact right before the last Impact before Slammiversary, which is coming to us Saturday. That's 4 days from now. We start off hot. 10 women tag. We got Kira Hogan, Tasha Steelz, Kimberly, Rosemary, and Taya Valkyrie. Those 5 women up against Jessica Havoc, Nevaeh, Susie, Kylie Ray, and Alicia Edwards, which is Eddie Edwards' wife. All these women are in the gauntlet match, number one contenders gauntlet match at Slammiversary. So this is kind of like a match setting this up. It's not a bad match. Susie wins with the panic switch, which is like a Michinoku driver on Kimberly for the win. And then after this match, everybody's like a melee. Everybody's attacking everybody else. Susie teases her turning back into Su Yan. Madison Rain is the 11th. This is a weird gauntlet match they have for Slammiversary because they're going to be 11 women, which is an odd number. This is a very weird number to have. And Madison Rain was the only one who wasn't in this match. She was on commentary. I think this was not the best opening match I've ever seen, but I thought it was a good way. It's a good to set up the gauntlet match. It was like a good way to like introduce everybody. Hey, these are everybody going to be in the gauntlet match. That's what I thought.
I thought this match was fine. I like this. This is actually my favorite match of the show. So
yeah, it was like it wasn't the best opening match I've seen Impact to, but it was like I think it was good for.
It was good to set up this big match.
Yes, it's a good sampling of what's going to happen. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question. Who do you think is going to win?
I think Kylie Ray.
Kylie Ray. Okay.
By the way, I was looking at her. Like she is a good-looking woman. Like I think she needs to step away from being the fake Bayley.
You know what's so weird? When I was watching this, yeah. So if you guys are not familiar with Kylie Ray, she kind of has that old school Bayley gimmick where she's super cheerful and she's waving and she's always smiling. Instead of the hug, she's more like the waving a lot. She's kind of like dressed like a little, like
like a little girl,
younger than she really is, and her's like really poppy. But what I've noticed was, in a way, her and Susie kind of have like the same gimmick, but like one is way shittier. It's like the one where she's walking around just waving all the time. I'm just like, dude.
Yeah. Well, when I saw Kylie, I remember like Cody was like, Kylie Ray is gonna be our big star, and then when I saw her come out, and I was like, this is just a shitty Bayley.
I hate that. I hate that gimmick, by the way. I don't like that cheerful.
I think she needs to drop it because she's good in the ring.
100% needs to drop it.
And she has like almost like a model's like a Bayley kind of had like a frumpy body. Like I like Bayley, but she has like a little girl. It sounds weird to say, but
she has like what?
She has like a frumpy, not a frumpy body, but it's not like a supermodel's body. It's like I don't know. It fits the character. It fits like I'm a woman who's a little girl character. Whereas like she's got like a model's body, Kylie Ray. So she should like
Kylie Ray.
Yeah. Why? Who do you think has a better body? Between those two.
I don't really know.
You didn't really investigate?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not a big Kylie Ray fan. I don't really check her out. I kind of tune out while she's wrestling.
Well, I was checking her out because she's on my television, and I was like, oh yeah, she should do a different gimmick because she's like really hot.
I definitely think you should do a different gimmick. I think part of the reason why I'm not a big fan of that is probably because I saw Bailey first, you know?
Yeah.
Because this is basically a Bailey gimmick, and because, if you see Bailey first, you look at this as like a poor man's copy of it.
Yeah, that's why I think it kind of worked out that Jericho basically ruined her life, and she left. And she left AEW because then AEW just would have
You
been
want to
like.
share this? You want to share it? Because I don't think people know what you're talking about.
I mentioned in the podcast before something went down between her.
No, you mentioned it when it was off.
Something went down between her and Jericho. That's why she's not in AEW.
All right, so if you guys recall, Kylie Ray was being pushed as the face of the women's division in AEW, like at the very, very beginning. And then after like one pay-per-view, she asked for her release out of nowhere. She was granted her release. She gave some weird thing about how, nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. And she's just got to get her mind and body right. She tweeted this. And then she it wasn't like she was giving up wrestling. She was still wrestling. She wrestled in different places. And then she settled in Impact. And nobody knows why she left AEW.
Because it's Jericho!
And Grey Goots is claiming it was because she had a thing with Jericho.
I heard that her and Jericho had a thing, and it got weird, and Jericho was like, get the fuck out.
Yeah, so they were supposedly hooking up, and Kylie Ray, she was too clingy, I'm guessing, and Jericho said, you gotta go. And that's
I guess she was doing this all day in front of his.
This is what Ray Goots is claiming.
This listen, it's what I heard. I'm not claiming it. Not like they told us what I heard.
Okay, this is what I heard.
And a lot of people on social media are alluding that Jericho has some skeletons, but people are too afraid to reveal it because Jericho's the type of guy that will fucking go ballistic if you tweet stuff like that. Like he will go after you. So people are afraid. But apparently, there's more than one thing about Jericho.
I wonder if we're one of the first people talking about this.
We are. It's because we're the best. Yeah, no one else is talking about it. Kylie Ray's life is ruined by Chris Jericho. Because nobody else has the balls to say this. Because they want to be in the business.
Whether you agree with this story or not, or you think it's a story is real or not, one thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's real or not. This is what I've heard.
Yeah, we don't know if it's real or not. And
I'm not saying this is real.
You don't have whether you believe the story or not. One thing that I think everybody can agree on is Kylie Ray left AEW very strangely.
Yes, and there were rumors about a higher up. What?
I don't think she's that hot.
Okay, well, I'll tell you.
She's not like hot.
So you'd probably chase her out of your company if she got too clingy, right? You'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, 100%. I'll be like, you stay away from Jericho. You stay away from my man.
You stay away from Jericho and me.
Yeah. Let's move on. All right. They're doing a video. They're in Dayton, Ohio. And I was like, dear Lord, I thought it was going to be OVE.
They're all fired or raping people.
I was like, oh, please don't let it be OVE. It turns out it is one of the former members of OVE. It's Madman Fulton in the car with Ace Austin, and Madman Fulton's like, what the dude, when you told me that we're going to go places like that I should get out of OVE, I never thought I'd be back here in Ohio. What the hell am I doing here? And Ace Austin's like, relax, man. We got, it's like, this part I thought was really funny. He was like, I've been in wrestling for 5 years, and I've learned this is what I've learned in my 5 years, just like use my experience. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure Madman Fulton's been wrestling for more than 5 years.
I know, yeah.
But the whole point is that Ace Austin's supposed to be this arrogant prick where, like, he acts like he's just like, hey, my 5 year experience is like, it's like a nothing. It's like a drop in the bucket. But I thought it was pretty funny. It's gonna lead to something later, but this keeps going, but this is fine. Then they show a recap of Hernandez and Rhino doing arm wrestling competition that's been lasting for a whole week. If you've been following them on like Twitter and stuff, they've been posting like videos of them like arm wrestling while eating popcorn, arm wrestling in the bathroom. It's just like there's keep arm wrestling, and they show a recap of all this. And then they show them back at the back in the table, still arm wrestling. Nobody's winning. And then Moose comes because Moose has a tag team match later tonight, but he needs a partner. So he asks Hernandez, and Hernandez is like, I'm busy. He asks Rhino. Rhino's like, I'm busy. Then Moose kind of like goes, all right. And he like pats Hernandez in the back, which causes him to lose. Rhino wins the arm wrestling contest. and it's a big roll of money that's supposed to win. Hernandez is not having of this. He's mad. He takes it. He goes, that's my money. He flips it. He goes, you want this money? Meet me outside. I like this segment. I thought it was, you know what? First off, they didn't drop a storyline, right? Even though it was a small, shitty storyline from the previous week or whatever, they didn't drop it. And number two, they're turning it into an actual fight later on, which is what wrestling's supposed to be. So I liked it.
Yeah, I thought Moose was funny.
Moose is funny, and the fact that they kept this arm wrestling thing for a whole week, I think that's kind of funny.
I thought it was kind of corny, but
and it's giving two guys that have nothing else to do something to do. We get a flashback match from Slammiversary 2013. It is the Ultimate X match, which is where they have those ropes, and you got to climb the ropes. It is Suicide versus Kenny King versus Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin wins. Now, whenever they do these flashbacks, they do them for a reason. They pick these matches specifically for a reason. Do you think the reason why they picked this match is because of Chris Sabin?
I think the tease that Chris Sabin's going to show up. I think, but who gives a fuck? I know he's he's training. He is back in training.
Yeah.
But who gives a fuck?
I care. I would love to see him back.
I would rather blow my brains out than ever see Chris Sabin again.
I like Chris Sabin.
I'm over Chris Sabin. His life is over.
I think this is my theory. We're gonna find out if I'm wrong or not on Saturday. I think they signed a shitload of people.
That'd be great.
I think they signed at least 10 people. That's what I think. Or they're gonna, even if, or maybe they didn't sign them, but they're paid them to show up. They're gonna be you're gonna work. You're gonna be an independent contractor. You're gonna actually work
maybe Eric Young comes out of waves, jerks off.
Yeah, or something like that. I think it's gonna be a lot of people. That's why I think Chris Sabin's gonna show up. That's why they showed his flashback. That's what I think.
They could probably easily afford Chris Sabin to come out.
Yeah, you could do the pay per appearance kind of thing.
Pay per
match. What? No match. You want me to go to match number 2?
Yeah.
All right, we got Triple XL, which is Ace Romero and Larry D, the two big dudes, versus the Deaners, and this is a good match. A lot of power moves because everybody except for one dude, which is Cody Deaner, are big fucking dudes. Everyone could just throw some power moves. A lot of fucking power moves. Cousin Jake is a big guy. Doesn't really get manhandled a lot. In this match, he's getting manhandled, which is fun to see. Larry D hits a sit-out powerbomb on Cody Deater, but while he had him up, Cody Deater made a blind tag. So Larry D hits the sit-out powerbomb, thinks it's a cover, but it's not. Cousin Jake rolls up behind him, rolls him up for the cover. The Deaners win. They're celebrating. Triple XL kind of look really annoyed, and then all of a sudden they come and they just start attacking the Deaners, giving themselves a heel turn, which I think they needed. They needed to be heels. They needed to be this fucking face thing. It's like natural disasters. You got to be the two big fat guys who are fucking bad guys. I liked it. I'm glad they're.
I hated this.
What did you like about
the match sucked. I hate these two fat guys. They're awful. Oh. They're fat and smelly, and I hate them.
What sucked about this match?
I just didn't enjoy it. I don't want to watch these 4 people on my TV.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a good match. It was a good match, and it's giving. I like big fat guys. You need big fat guys in wrestling. And,
you keep comparing them to Earthquake and Typhoon, and that's racist and offensive.
It's racist, but I don't care. It's the world is racist.
How dare you compare,
dude?
These guys
take your eye out, bro. Don't make me challenge you to an eye for an eye.
These guys should be shot into space. They're so fucking horrible. These fatzos or whatever. You like fat dudes? I get it.
I like fat dudes. I think fat
you
guys.
You like fat women, fat dudes.
Yeah.
They have nice tits. I know you want some of that.
So. I mean, I remember there was a time where you didn't like Kevin Owens.
Oh, I still don't like Kevin Owens.
You still don't like him? Okay, that's fine. To each their own. This was a good match. Then you get Rohit Raju. He's in the back doing Hindu squats, and Moose comes up and he goes, "Hey man, you're my last option right now for a tag partner." And as he says that, Rohit gets all fired up. He's like, "What? My last option? What the hell? Do you know what I am?" He's going off. And then Moose is like, "Dude, so do you not want to do it? And then Rohit's like, no, of course I'll do it. Just like, can you hype me up more next time? Like, I thought that was really funny. I was like, yeah, because he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's like, beggars can't be choosers, But I thought that was a good representation of where Rohit Rajut is at this point. He is the bottom of the barrel, and he's frustrated. He's just like, I shouldn't be this, but hey, that's where you are right now. I thought that was really funny.
Hebrew, it was good. Yeah, that was good. Yeah,
it gives Rohit something to do. They're acknowledging where he is, and it keeps in him, and it kind of furthers move what's going to happen later tonight. Mm-hmm. Now, this part I thought was very interesting. We get Swinger and Chris Bay. They're backstage. Chris Bay's fucking annoyed because Johnny Swinger got himself banned from ringside during Chris Bay's X Division match at Slammiversary. Swinger goes, "Don't worry, I'm gonna take care of this." He goes to the referee who banned him because, he goes to the referee who banned him, and he goes, "Hey, Kojak, I talked to cancel culture, not the stable, but I'm guessing just cancel culture because Johnny Swinger's out of touch. Basically, he's like an old man who's trying to fit in." And he goes, "I talked to cancel culture, and I am his," and he pulls out a piece of paper. "I am Chris Bay's emotional support partner, and you better like put me back in the match, or you're gonna get canceled and you're gonna get fired." And the referee's scared because he doesn't want to get fucking canceled, so he's just like, "Yeah, you're back in the match. You can stand at ringside." So he goes. So as soon as that happens, they showed a video package of what led to Chris Bay versus Willie Mack. And I thought this was a really nice video package. It was long because, it's long because they got to fill a lot of time. It was long, but it was a good video package. And afterwards, as Swinger's walking, he goes, he stands by the entrance because he hears Chris Bay macking to this girl. I think she's their interviewer.
Yeah.
Like Chris Bay's macking to her, and Johnny Swinger just listening, getting a hard on listening to this, and then he hears Chris Bay he overhears him say like how he's finessing Johnny Swinger because Chris Bay's gimmick is he is the ultimate finesser, which means like he's like the ultimate hustler, and he's finessing Johnny Swinger, which means he's like, hey, I'm fucking using this guy. He don't even realize that I'm just like using him. I'm not really his partner. I don't really want to be on. I'm using it. Swinger's all upset. Chris Bay comes out, and Johnny Swinger goes, "Hey man, the office won't have it. He's there. I'm still banned at ringside," and he walks away. I thought this was great. Did you not like any of this Johnny Swinger?
Yeah, no, I liked it. I kind of feel. I'll tell you what I'm thinking later on, but I did like this.
No. Is it controversial what you're thinking, or no?
No, it's not controversial at all. But I'm just gonna wait to tell you. I'll tell you. I kind of feel like they edited a lot of shit out of this episode because there's a lot of video packages. There's not a lot of stuff in the ring. If you noticed.
Yeah, and I there's a lot of video packages in this. There's not a lot of matches at all. They average about 5-6 matches in one episode of Impact. This week they had 3 wrestling matches. Only 3. I guess technically 4 if you want to count some of that bullshit stuff they did. But I chalked it up to because they're leading up to Slammiversary. They showed a lot. I think
they had a lot of stuff with. I think they filmed a lot of stuff with cancel culture and Michael Elgin because he was supposed to be in the main event, and they couldn't air it because if you notice, we haven't seen Eddie Edwards in the ring at all for weeks now. I think a lot of Eddie Edwards stuff is tied with Michael Elgin. They just can't show it.
That's probably true, and if it is, it's fine. Hey, the guys got fired. You can't show that footage. That's all it is. I thought they did a good job. If that's true, like let's just say that's what you're saying is true, then they made chicken salad out of chicken shit.
I don't think so, but keep going. I don't think they did.
Okay. So then we get to Adina Purrazzo, Jordan Grace video package. I thought this was another great video package because it's basically showing you what's leading up to their matchup at Slammiversary. They're fucking busted open radio, back and forth. Dina Purrazzo's, her debut, I guess you could say, at Impact. Her attacking Jordan Grace, so forth. And then they're back. They're sitting down with Jimmy Jacobs because they're doing a contract signing. Deanna signs first, and then it's Jordan Grace's. Jordan's got huge fucking arms. I didn't realize how big they were until she got bigger arms than Jimmy Jacobs. It's just they're massive.
She's a big girl.
They're massive fucking arms.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole time, Deanna has been getting the upper edge. She has been, and she's the one who's attacked Jordan Grace like twice. So Jordan Grace, after she signs, she fucking grabs Deanna's head and slams it onto the table, which I thought was great because it was like, yes, Jordan Grace, she needs some kind of heat going into this match, that makes you go, she does, maybe she, like, because everyone's thinking Deanna's going to win, right?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. We need some kind of, to make it a fun match, you need to also make it believable that maybe Jordan could win, Yeah. And so I thought this was done very well. Watching this video package made me extra excited for this match.
Why is that, Brew?
I think this is going to be a good match. I think this is going to there's a lot of I think this is a really good match. I think it could go either way. I'm being honest with you. I think it could go either way.
Okay, Brew. Yeah, I'm excited for this match. I think it's good.
Yeah. This is probably the second most interesting match they have at Slammiversary. I don't think this is the second most interesting match they have, right? After the main event match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the main event's only interesting because it might be someone interesting might show up. I mean,
exactly. And the main event
if someone boring shows up, no one's gonna care.
Yeah, that's the only reason why the main event's interesting. But the only real match they have where it's like two opponents hyped up is this match. This knockout women's championship match, which is Dina Purrazzo versus Jordan Grace. Yeah. Then you get Ken Shamrock and Sami Callihan and a North video package, kind of showing you what's led up to this tag team match. What?
Way too long.
It was long, and this is a matchup that I don't really care about, but I thought this video package was done very well because not only are they showing the video package, they also showed Ken Shamrock talking about Sami Callihan, which I thought was really funny because he was like, I don't like his name. I don't like his face. I don't like the way he looks. I don't like the way he talks. I don't like, and I think because he you know what, he's saying basically what a lot of people are thinking, But one thing about Sami, he's like, yeah, this guy's fucking kind of nuts. And then you get to Sami. Sami's talking about Ken Shamrock, and I like the way Sami was talking here because he sounded creepy. He sounded like a creepy guy. You're just supposed to be. He is a creepy dude. Say what you will about Sami Callihan, but I always think he always tries his fucking best, and I think a lot of times it doesn't hit, but sometimes it does hit, and I thought it hit in this video package up to a certain point. There's a point where Sami Callihan goes, sometimes I talk in riddles, and then he tells a story about a scorpion and a frog that is taken from the movie The Crying Game. Where the scorpion rides in the frog's back and then, basically stabs the frog, and then he goes, I couldn't help it, it's in my nature. He tells a story. First off, that's not a riddle. It's just a story. Yeah. I don't know why it said riddle, but second of all, he said it's my own idea. It's not. It's from The Crying Game. But at the end of the day, this was a fine video package. I still don't want to watch this match, but it was a good video package.
Hebrew, I disagree. I think it was way too long. I think it was way too. I know why they're stretching it out though, because they can't use any of the footage they shot. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Like, we always say these other companies shouldn't be doing wrestling matches. They should be doing best ofs and stuff. They're doing a great job just filling time with these video packages. We go to match number 3. It's Moose and Rohit Raju versus Tommy Dreamer and Crazy Steve. Moose and Tommy Dreamer have an old school match for the TNA title at Slammiversary on Saturday. I don't know what they mean by old school match. What do you think they mean by that?
They mean it's gonna fucking suck. Dude, Tommy Dreamer looks fucking awful.
Tommy
I
Dreamer
mean,
is very, very
he
overweight,
looked
out of shape.
so fucking out of shape. Why? I would rather Moose wrestle fucking Taylor Wilde or something, or they fucking. I would rather Moose play fucking Overwatch with Tessa Blanchard from Mexico. Why
So
why even have this match? This is my thing. Why even have this match? Why? You're telling me, what about the guy, the Indian kid that was with Moose? He can't have the fucking match with Moose. Who is gonna buy this pay-per-view to see Tommy Dreamer fight fucking Moose? And we already know what's gonna happen. The only way this match could be interesting is if Tommy Dreamer were just, and this is never going to happen because it never happens. Tommy Dreamer just fucking destroys Moose and beats him for the title. That's the only way you could remotely make this interesting. And they're not going to do that because all Tommy Dreamer has done for 20 fucking years is lose. That's all he does. And everyone's like, oh, good try, Tommy. And now he's fat. And Matt Bridgestone looks in better shape than him. They should have Matt Bridgestone.
oh my gosh, he does
I
look
know.
like Tommy Dreamer does.
Dude, Matt Bridgestone should be wrestling now. And they just call him Tommy Dreamer. Now,
Hey,
like he's in better shape.
here's the thing. I don't think it's gonna be Tommy Dreamer wrestling.
You keep saying that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. I'm
guaranteeing
still
it's
banking
fucking
on
Tommy
it.
Dreamer.
I'm still banking on it. That's what I think is gonna happen. Is Tommy Dreamer on Saturday? He's gonna say someone else is gonna take his place, and it's gonna be one of these people that they sign. That's what
I
I'm still.
really hope it's not him. He looks
Yeah.
awful. I mean,
And
dude.
if, by the way, if they don't do that and they actually have him wrestle, they're fucking stupid. All right, it's fucking stupid. Nobody
Dude,
wants
he
to fucking
looks-
see this match.
I
First
like
off,
him as a person. By the way, he's really tall. I met him. I saw him in real life
Who,
once at
Moose?
Caroline's. No, Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer.
He is like, he doesn't look tall. This is how I saw him once in real life at Caroline's. He did a thing, and he is a massive man, which you can't come across on TV. But whatever, that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say is, he looks awful now, and I don't want to see him wrestle anymore. I don't care there's a pandemic. I don't care you have to fire everybody. There's a million other ways.
Yeah, we got it. You don't want to see him wrestle.
Crimson. What about fucking Crimson?
Wait, if Tommy Dreamer is tall, I can only imagine how big Moose is, because Moose is way bigger than Tommy Dreamer.
I know, which is crazy
Yeah.
because when I saw Tommy Dreamer, I was like, what the fuck?
Here's the thing about this match, though, that I did like. Moose and Dreamer, if they're going to have a match on Slammiversary, what they did was they put them in a tag team match with two guys who are not doing anything else,
Yeah.
right? Which is great because then these guys could take the fall and stuff. And also, you have two young, small guys who can do a lot of work, which they ended up doing. Rohit and Crazy Steve did most of the work in this match. Crazy Steve hits a diving DDT on Rohit Raju for the win, while Dreamer and Moose were outside. I thought this was a good way to – so in a way, not even Moose and Dreamer were in the finish for this match. They used this matchup that they have at Slammiversary to really prop up two young guys, the two other guys, which I thought was great. I thought that was a great idea to do that. So me personally, I thought this was a good match. It was a good way to do something else.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, Rohit and Steve look good. Crazy Steve look good.
Yeah, they look
but once again,
they're not
I don't
the ones
think,
wrestling.
Yeah, I don't think this match is happening at Slammiversary. I'm gonna bank on that. I'm hoping.
I
First
hope
off,
you're right.
Moose and Tommy Dreamer, they fought many times already. This is not.
I know.
Like
I don't need to see. I don't know why
Yeah.
they keep. Dude, they've been having Tommy Dreamer on pay-per-views for years. I don't know why they keep putting him on paper.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a wrap. It's a fucking wrap with this guy. I like him,
Mhm.
but
that's why I don't think this match is happening. I really don't
it's
think
happening. It's fucking happening. I'll tell you
No,
what.
I'll
It's
see.
happening.
All
It's
right.
gonna be like 20 minutes too. Like Tommy Dreamer's gonna take some stupid bump, and look at Tommy Dreamer. He's so hardcore. Jerking off.
All right. So then we get Madman Fulton and Ice Austin. They arrive in front of a gym in Dayton, Ohio. Their driver is she's a really beautiful woman. She opens the door for them. Ace Austin has some tip, like he has like some money for her, and then he just fucking throws it on the ground. I thought it was really funny. You saw it when he went like this. He comes out of the back seat going like this, and then she goes to grab it, and he just throws it on the ground. I thought it was fantastic. Ace Austin's looking good. And then they proceed to show us the Slammiversary video again. They showed us this video from this point on, like every commercial break.
Oh,
It
they
was
all
it
of
was
his
nonstop.
videos.
Yeah, it was nonstop. They showed it like 4 times. Then we get Rhino and Hernandez. They're outside in the parking lot, and they're gonna fight because they're gonna fight over a big roll of money, which, in my opinion, is the most realistic reason for why you would be fighting in a parking lot. Forget this Johnny Gargano Ciampa fighting in the parking lot, Randy Orton Edge fighting in a parking lot. None of that shit. The Street Profits versus Viking Raiders in a parking lot. They fight for like the dumbest reasons. You would, of course, yes, I would fight someone in a parking lot for a fucking wad of money. 100% would. They're fighting. Nothing really crazy is happening. They're just fucking fighting. And then Rhino tries to spear Hernandez through a fence, but it's a fence. It's not going to fucking break. They say, they're both spent, and they go, you want to split it? And they go, yeah, let's split it. They just split the money. I thought this was fine. This was,
it was cute. It wasn't.
It was cute. Yeah, it wasn't bad, right? It was
okay. It was all right.
Yeah.
Nothing really like, oh my God, this is great.
By the way, speaking of something this was kind of filmed a little bit like a cinematic match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had 2 cinematic kind of matches. I don't know if you want to call this a match because technically there was no referee or anything. It was just a fight. But WWE is gonna have a whole bunch of cinematic stuff on Sunday. But do you know Mark Henley?
Mark Henley?
Yeah, the comic.
Who's that?
Pointed out something really funny about.
I thought it was a wrestler.
Yeah, he pointed out something really funny for Sunday. The Big Show versus Randy Orton next week it's unsanctioned, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the eye for an eye isn't. Which is fucking weird, isn't it? It's fucking dumb.
Oh,
dude.
I guess I guess you have to be old to be unsanctioned.
Yeah, they'll sanction a fucking eye getting ripped out, but that's just weird. To me, that was really just dumb, and that's probably pointed out. Then we get the main event video package from last week, which is like the hyping up the main event, that the competitors in the main event, the decision to why we got into this 4-way, and then they show you an Ace Austin video package where he's training in the gym, and he's cutting a promo on all. I thought Ace Austin cut a great promo. He was like talking about how young he is. He's like, "Yo, I'm only 5 years in this business. I got signed 4 years in, and already in 1 year, I wasn't even in Slammiversary last year, and now I'm headlining." And he goes, "I don't care about who's this mystery guy who's going to come in. Doesn't matter. It's not about them. It's not about this Eddie Edwards, and he's chasing this old dream of being champion again. It's not about the feel-good story about Trey Miguel. It's about me, who's going to be the youngest Impact World Champion, and I'm the future face of this company." And I was like, that was great. Ace Austin, to me in that promo in the video package, he looked ready, dude. He looked fucking built. He's stacked.
Yeah, he looked good. You know who looked like a fucking idiot? Is Eddie Edwards. He looks so fucking stupid.
Eddie Edwards. We're gonna get into that, but I thought in this video package and in his promo, if this was just a 3-way, Ace Austin versus Eddie Edwards and Trey Miguel, Ace Austin should win because he made some valid points.
Yes, he should win. I would give it to him. Of those 3 guys, I would give it to Ace Austin.
Yes. And now, as you mentioned, we get a response to this video. We get an Eddie Edwards video package where they show you old pictures of him being a kid, his early training years, and he starts talking about how he started training with Killer Kowalski and all this. It sounds like he's got fucking chewing tobacco in his mouth.
Yeah.
It sounds like his mouth is full.
Dude, he looks so stupid with that fucking. So I was watching the other day him versus Bobby Lashley in 2017, and he looked so much better when he was just marketed as a wrestler, like a wrestler. He looks so stupid, dressed like he's like some white boy thug. And I'm a hardcore guy. He looks like a fucking idiot, man.
Yes, I agree. Eddie Edwards is very vanilla. He's like the king of the vanillas. There's no charisma about him.
Yeah.
He's just a wrestler. And when he's billed as just a wrestler, it's good because it's believable, because it is what it is. But when he's doing this, like, I'm crazy. I have a kendo stick that I call Kenny, and I wear dreadlocks now. It's like, dude, nobody's buying this shit.
Yeah.
Nobody is buying this shit.
They need to drop that shit with him.
They need to drop
so
it
stupid.
like today. They need to drop it today. This video package, it was fine. I mean, it helped me know a little bit more about Eddie Edwards, but I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it, you know?
Yeah, I don't buy it either. He sucks.
Yeah.
I hope he dies.
Yeah. Then they show Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz walking down the street. Trey looks at his phone. He sees that Ace Austin's on Instagram posting a video from their gym. So they go, let's go there to face him off, which I thought was really interesting because a couple of weeks ago, Zachary Wentz was a suspect on attacking Trey Miguel multiple times, but ended up being Mehmet Fulton. But I feel like there's going to be some kind of heel turn here with Zachary.
There could be.
Yeah. Where he's going to be like, this is what you get for even, like, accusing me of attacking you, even suspecting me. I think it's going to be like that. Anyway, they go to the gym. Fulton's just sitting there watching Ace Austin in the ring. And Zachary throws a fucking trash can at Fulton. Fulton chases him to a room. Zach locks him in a room with this shitty fucking stick. Like, he puts the doors together and he puts a stick through the door, the handles to lock him in. I was like, dude, that looks so fucking shitty. And it was shitty because Fulton just busts out the door. I thought that was great. He just busted out. They run off. You got Trey Miguel and Ace Austin in the ring, and they start fighting, and then they got a rap song playing. And there's music there's a guy rapping and shit, just music playing. And then Ace Austin throws a chair right at Trey's face, and the music stops. And then Ace Austin starts beating him up. And then once Trey gets the offense, the fucking hip-hop music starts again. I thought that was kind of interesting. At the end, Fulton's back, and Fulton's got a chair. But Zachary makes a save with a chair wrapped in barbed wire. I don't know how the fuck he got this in the gym. But he found a fucking chair wrapped in barbed wire. And then that's that. They walk away. And then the closing segment we get is there's somebody, I guess it's a form, or it's a contract.
I think it's a contract.
Yeah. Puts it in a FedEx, mails it. Scott D'Amore gets it, and he goes, now Slammiverse is going to be even more exciting. What did you think about the cinematic match between Trey and Ace Austin?
I didn't really like it. I don't know. There was something missing. I was like, all right. I didn't really love it.
Yeah.
I know you loved it, but.
No, it was all right. It was, you know what it was? It's first off, it's not a match. It's not a match at all. There's no referee, nothing like that. It's something that's done to kind of fill some time and also kind of build up to their match at Slammiversary, because the only feud that's going in is really Trey and Ace Austin. Like, Eddie Edwards, there's no feud with him in this thing. He has no heat with anybody. He's just in this fucking main event for some odd reason. So that's the reason why they did this, because that's the only fucking heat going into this match. And then the last thing with Scott D'Amore getting that contract, meaning there's going to be probably, I think that kind of just adds more fuel to the flame. I think there's going to be like 10 people fucking showing up or something like that.
We'll see. I think it's going to be more like 3. I think it's going to. This is who I think is going to show up. I think it's going to be the Good Brothers with Bully Ray, EC3, and Eric Young.
That's 5.
Yeah, I think that'll be it.
Good Brothers, Bully Ray, EC3, and Eric Young, right?
Yeah.
They did show. So that's me. Maybe it's going to be just those 5. I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Sabin shows up.
I mean, I can see Chris Sabin shows up, but like I don't know. If it's just Chris Sabin, people are going to blow their brains out.
Yeah. No, it can't just be Chris Sabin.
And I think it's going to be EC3 because that's really where he belongs. So.
No, it's 100% EC3 and Eric Young are showing up. They made too many teases. I was hoping Rusev was going to show up.
Well, he's dying, so.
Yeah, he's got COVID, so he ain't showing up no more. And Maybe Leo Rush. I think Leo Rush.
No.
No? All right.
I don't see that. I don't see him coming into that.
To me, this was a very fun episode of Impact. It's only 3 matches, but it didn't matter because to me, this was the go-home show. This is the go-home show for Slammiversary, and it did its job. It hyped up all the matches. Every single match.
I thought it was all right. The video packages were a little bit too boring, but I didn't really enjoy it.
I'd rather get video packages hyping up the matches than
They were boring though. I didn't like them. They weren't like well made.
Hey, it's better than what fucking Raw did. Raw didn't hype up anything.
Oh yeah, Raw was atrocious. They should be. Yeah. I'm not saying it's better than. I'm just saying both sucked. So hey, bro.
I think this was way better than Raw. I would say.
I think you're a racist.
Yeah. If Raw is the Chinese government of fucking wrestling shows, Impact was like Canadian government.
Okay.
You know.
Well, I'm
Canadian
proud of you.
Government. Yeah. All right.
So let's go on to AEW Dark. Oh.
AEW Dark. This was an hour and 11 minutes. This was also fun. I thought this was a fun episode.
Just I tuned out during as soon as the what's the bald guy that your boyfriend? What's his name?
Luthor.
Yeah. As soon as that match, dude. I don't mean to jump ahead, but that guy is fucking horrendous. Wow.
I disagree.
You think Luthor's good?
I think Luthor I think he's different and he's fun to watch.
No, he's not fun to watch. He's
fun to watch. No, he's fun to watch.
He's garbage. You have horrible. He sucks. He's an embarrassment. It's like if Sam.
Remember,
it's like you know what it's like.
He's the one who doesn't like Kevin Owens, and he says I have the horrible taste.
Let me just say something. If New Jack decided that he was gonna start wrestling like fucking Dean Malenko or something, it's fucking awful. It's an embarrassment.
He just doesn't like fat guys because it reminds him.
I don't like guys who are not talented and should not be in AEW. It's all there. And then they got this fucking fat goofball. Come on, man.
All right, let's get into this because this is actually I thought this was a really fun. There's a lot happened in this AEW Dark. We got Roche Chanel and Diamante, formerly of Impact Wrestling LAX. She still has LAX on her trunks, by the way, if you were watching. Versus Brandy and Allie, the Nightmare Sisters. During this match, so Roche Chanel, her gimmick is she's supposed to be very, very fashionable. She's from France. There's a moment in this match where it's Taz and Excalibur on commentary. Taz is describing Roche, and he says she's from France, capital of fashion world. And that makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
She's from France, capital of fashion world. And Excalibur starts laughing. He can't stop because that's what Taz does. He just fucking has a brain fart sometimes. Anyway, Brandy spears Roche for the win. This was fine because it's kind of furthering that storyline that the Nightmare Sisters are slowly coming together as a tag team, you know? I thought this was a fine match. This is a good opener. You like this?
Yeah, this was good. I like this. This was good.
Mm-hmm. You get match number 2. You get Robert Anthony versus Ricky Starks. Robert Anthony's the guy who he had like a long match, like a 10-minute plus match with John Moxley on an AEW Dark episode. I like Robert Anthony. He can wrestle, but he definitely needs new gear. His gear looks shitty. It's like Kimberly level shitty. Just to illustrate how good of a wrestler Robert Anthony is, there's this moment where he has Ricky Starks in a Romero special. That's when Robert Anthony's on his back and he's got kind of Ricky Starks up, and then he fucking presses him forward, so he almost launches Ricky Starks, so he lands on his face. It was a good move. He's got a fucking bruise on his face after that. Ricky Starks hits this double underhook lift that he turns into a mat slam DDT for the win. Ricky Starks wins. Afterwards, he goes over, fucking pounds it to Taz, and Excalibur gets shooed away. I like this match too. This was a good match.
I like this match. I still hate the way he comes out to the ring. He looks like a fucking idiot. But
I like it. I think it's funny.
I hate it. I think he looks like an idiot. But then be funny. He's not funny though. He's supposed to be a good wrestler.
No,
Isn't his gimmick he's a good wrestler?
Ricky Starks?
Yeah.
No, his gimmick is that he's full of himself.
Okay, well they got to say that more because Doesn't come across in the show. I guess it came across. I guess they also assume that we watched the NWA because they haven't explained.
Yeah, that's basically what they're assuming you watch the NWA, basically. Yeah. Then we get a Sean Spears video talking about his glove and what the significance is, and they showed you like guys like Blackjack Mulligan and like Ted DiBiase, old footage of guys who had the glove and like what it has brought them. It has made them legends, brought them legacy, and that's what Sean Spears is hoping for. This is a good video package, kind of illustrates what the glove is. The only thing is, this video is like 4 weeks too late. They should have showed this video like fucking 4 weeks ago, man, when he was first getting the gloves. Like, fucking understand what the significance is. Now it's like, it's already it's already fucking like old. It's old hat already. Like, I don't really care about his glove anymore.
I think they should have a sketch where Tony Khan fires him and he gets hit by a car.
Like, you know what Sean Spears is? He's like supposed to be like the biggest star on AEW Dark, because but that's how they want to bill it. Because like I remember this one time on Dynamite, they showed like an actual recap of his match on AEW Dark. Do you remember this? They don't ever do that. That they did it for him. Yeah, like, oh, he fucking beat like this guy with the glove, and like I was like, why did they do that?
He beat this guy with the.
He's the only one who gets like video packages on Dark when he doesn't even have a match, and they try to treat him like he's like the biggest star on AEW Dark, but he's not. Like, that's the sad part. He's not.
Ricky Starks is a bigger star than him at this point. Who gives a shit?
Robert Anthony is actually a bigger star than Sean Spears on Dark because Robert Anthony went like 10 plus minutes with Jon Moxley. Remember?
Yeah.
But I do like Sean Spears. I do want the best for him. This glove thing is not it. It's not it though.
No.
What could save him?
Going back to WWE, becoming the 10 guy.
No. Well, let's just say this: like you're stuck with him. You can't fire him.
I would turn him into a face. I'd put him in a tag team. I think I would put him with.
Who would you put him with? Yeah.
Let me see here. Ricky Starks.
Like, you think so? For him and Ricky Starks?
I would put him in. He's like mentoring Ricky
Actually,
Starks.
That's not bad.
But I would make him. I'd make him a good guy, and I'd have Ricky Starks be on the fence. I'd put Tully Blanchard with somebody else, and I'd have him go back. I'd have him go back to more of a goofy character, more of a lighthearted character than I'm a badass.
You know what? Actually, that actually would be way better than what it is right now. That's actually way better. That's actually not a bad idea.
Took me 3 seconds to come up with that. Yeah.
I know that. That's
he
the sad part.
You know what it's like? It's like if they put. It's like
3 seconds.
If they put a suit on Santino and was like, Santino's a master shooter and he's the badass. It's like, no, he's like the same thing. He's the 10 guy. 10. He's like we all know he's a good wrestler, dude. I had his shirt. I still have his shirt. I haven't worn it. I bought a 10 shirt at a TNA at a NXT show I went to. So
yeah, you bought an NXT TNA.
But he's TNA, NXT, whatever the fuck he's in.
NXT TNA.
But this fucking thing is like, God, he's miscast and he's horrible.
Yeah, this actually that's the best word to describe this. Miscast. It is.
Yeah, and it's like
this glove gimmick. If you were gonna do this glove gimmick, Sean Spears is not the guy to give it to.
No, he should be arrested.
It would be like, I don't know, Jake Hager or some shit like that. Not Sean Spears. So we go to match number 3. We got, speaking of Sean, Captain Sean Dean, Will Hobbs, Big Will Hobbs, and Joe Alonzo versus the Dark Order. Now, which is Alex Reynolds, John Silver, and Alan Angel. So it's 3, 4, and 5. Those are their numbers. 5 is Alan Angels. I don't know which one 3 and 4 is. During this match, this 3-on-3, Excalibur gives a little bit of background on Will Hobbs, because this is actually Will Hobbs' only second appearance on AEW Dark. They mentioned that Will Hobbs' older brother actually pushed Will out of the way, and he got hit with a stray bullet and he died. And that's why Will kind of like wrestles. He wrestles, wants to like, I guess, honor his brother while he wrestles. I don't know. This is a really interesting story. That's actually super sad too. This was a good match. It made the Dark Order underlings look good. There's Sean Dean is in majority of this match. He is the guy getting all the heat put on him, meaning he's the guy getting beaten up by all three members of the Dark Order for a majority of this match. And there's a good reason why. Out of those three guys, Sean Dean's like the best one. Those jobbers, I mean, Will Hobbs and Joe Alonzo. Sean Dean is the best. Sean Dean, it's not like he didn't put any offense in. This is one where he hits the fucking tope, Con Hero. Did you see that? When he fucking jumped over the fucking ropes with no hands. This guy, Sean Dean, he is a guy you want to invest in for the future. 100% want to invest in this guy. I think if everything keeps going the way it is, you will basically be hearing more about him as the years go by. Dark Order, they hit a double flipping DDT on Joe Alonzo for the win. What do you think about this match, and what do you think about the jobbers or Dark Order guys?
I fucking hate the Dark Order with all my heart.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like the Dark Order. I do like the Dark Order.
I fucking hate it. It's horrible. It is like if the NWO was just guys from WCW Saturday Night. It's fucking horrendous. I didn't like this match. I don't care about any of these guys. I don't care. Here's the thing. Again, this is like if the NWO, if Kevin Nash showed up, it just took people like high energy and it getting no background. I don't like these are just you gave me these names. I don't even know these guys with the Dark Order. Like these names mean nothing to me. You haven't done a goddamn thing with this fucking Dark Order. It's fucking horrendous. They keep going. And the most interesting thing is the Colt Cabana thing, and that wasn't even tonight. I fucking hated this match. It was garbage. I don't care about all six of these guys. They're just a waste of my time.
Do you think Sean Dean looks like the guy who could be somebody in the future?
Maybe one day, but Batista was going to be. But when he was Deacon Batista, nobody gave a shit.
I like Deacon Batista.
Actually, I like Deacon Batista, but nobody else gave a shit.
Batista was badass, bro.
They would have been, you know what would be better? If these guys were all deacons, would be way better than this Dark Order. That's how bad the Dark Order is. Like, oh yeah, if they were deacons, I would like that.
I like the Dark Order. I like this match.
I hate the Dark Order. It's a waste of time.
Will Hobbs, by the way, he was the biggest one.
Is Will Hobbs, was he in the Dark Order or was he with the Losers?
No, he was like the big black guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's not in Dark Order. Here's
the thing about Alex Reynolds, John Silva, and Alan Angels. They're fucking small. John Silver, he's really, I mean,
I can't remember what any of these guys look like. You keep saying these names like you're saying John Cena and Ken Shamrock or something. I don't know. You keep saying why are we even analyzing these guys? I mean, they've done nothing.
God, I really like this match, though. I mean,
I hated it. Let's keep going.
Yeah, John Silva's small, but he's very, very muscular. He's bald. Alex Reynolds is actually the only.
I don't know who you're talking about.
All right, fine. I'll stop talking about this.
I can't even argue with you because you could be talking about my neighbor. I don't fucking know what these guys look like. I already forgot about this match.
We go to match number 4: Marco Stunt versus Michael Nakazawa. Ray's favorite wrestler, by the way. He is Ray's favorite. Guys, don't be fooled by this. When he cuts off, he goes, "Yo, not for nothing." That Michael Nakazawa, he was very entertaining.
Not for nothing.
Not for nothing. But Joey Numbers says Michael Nakazawa is going to be the best top guy in the year. So Michael Nakazawa, before this match begins, he looks at Marco Stunt. He goes, "Skinny boy like you, I don't need this," and he throws away his baby oil.
Oh god!
And this was Michael Nakazawa doing just a regular wrestling match. It was good. It was the first time I've seen Michael Nakazawa do a regular wrestling match. Midway into the match, he goes, "I changed my mind." He takes out the baby oil and he pours it on Marco Stunt, who's laying in the ring. Who's laying on the ground. And then he hits the ropes and he hits a slipping senton on Marco Stunt, which I thought was very innovative. And then to the point where he puts Marco Stunt, I think, puts Michael Nakazawa on the top rope and he like pulls him through. And Taz calls it the yam bag slide, which I thought was very funny. And then Nakazawa puts his thong on his hand for the Venom arm, but Marco Stunt grabs it and then he drop kicks it into Michael Nakazawa's face, and then he covers him for the win. Marco Stunt wins with the reverse Venom arm. This was the best Michael Nakazawa match I've seen. So I liked it for that.
It was his best match. It was still fucking
It was,
trash.
right? You can't deny this was the best match he's done.
I know, but it was still like, it was just like everything. They couldn't have done any. Oh my god, it was so
for effort.
You know what the problem? Michael Nakazawa looks so. It's such an indie gimmick, and they're basically having an indie match, and it looks so bad on television. It looks so fucking bad.
For those of you guys wondering where he's from, he is from DDT Pro Wrestling, which is an indie wrestling company in Japan that's like a really high up in the indie wrestling promotion, which means they draw a lot of people. This is where Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi were the Golden Lovers, and they really put Kenny Omega on the map in Japan. You got Daisuke Sekimoto in there. You could find some of the DDT Pro Wrestling shows in English commentary on YouTube. Some of those matches are fucking weird. Like I saw one over the weekend where there was a fucking little kid in a tag team match. Like I mean I'm talking like little fucking kid. There's like a 4-year-old, like a 10-year-old kid in a wrestling match with men, and the kid and it's kind of like, you know how when Braun Strowman wrestled with that little kid Nikki.
Yeah.
Match, but like the kid was doing. The difference was this kid was actually doing moves. Like he did like a moonsault and shit onto them. But then they also have like actual wrestling matches, so it's weird. It's like the combination of really weird fucking shit and then real good wrestling. Like as the card goes up, so that's where Michael Nakazawa was probably in the beginning end of the crazy shit. You don't like the Venom arm?
No. Fucking hate it. I hate this guy, dude.
All right, I'm gonna go to match number 5. Ray's second favorite wrestler. We got Serpentico and his second favorite wrestler.
This is when I stopped watching.
Versus Pineapple Pete and Brady Pierce. This was great. I like this, and I'll tell you why. You say you didn't watch this match, or
I watched a little bit of it, and then it was time for ECW, TNA, and I showed.
So this is the second time Serpentico and Luthor are tag teaming, and these guys look good together as a tag team. As soon as Luthor came and they posed in the ring, Serpentico throws out these fucking streamers. That looks really cool. Don't tell me that doesn't look cool. You see that part where he fucking throws streamers? Honestly, it looks badass. And then, by the way, there's a new referee who's refereeing this match, and this referee sucks because he didn't clean up any of those fucking streamers. There's streamers all over the fucking place. There's so much debris in this match that they get stuck on the wrestlers and stuff. Serpentico and Luthor, they do so many double team moves. This is a brand new tag team, and they're doing so many tag team double team moves that it was good. They work, they gel, they look good together. You know why? Because Luthor is a slow, lumbering, big fat guy who's kind of crazy, and Serpentico's a small, fast guy who just kind of fucking hits. They complement each other very well. They hit an assisted stomp on Brady Pierce for the win. This is Serpentico's first win in AEW. That's he was his job the whole time. This is the same guy who went in a long match with Scorpio Sky a couple of weeks ago. But this is his first win. I like this match. I'm going to go into my last match. No, there's 2 more matches actually.
2 more matches?
2 more matches.
2 more matches?
I'll go.
Why did they make this fucking show so long? I don't understand. Why? It's not even on cable. Who the fuck wants to see 2 more matches of this shit? See,
I do.
You know what? I'm gonna take it back. Impact's a good show. I'll tell you why Impact's a good show. Because you know what? A couple weeks ago, I talked a lot of shit about the Rascals. Now I know their character. They get over everyone on the show. I got you're spouting names off like the fucking phone books, like in that 6-man tag, and then they got this fucking. You got fucking Luthor wrestling. Why the fuck is Luthor wrestling such a long tag match with Pineapple Pete? And now you got to this thing. It's like, dude, who the fuck wants to watch this many shitty matches? Keep going.
So we got Jungle. You would have liked this match though. It's Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus Brandon Cutler and Peter Avalon.
Let me guess. Jungle Boy wins.
Yes, but this was a lot of stuff happening. The Young Bucks are in the audience cheering on Brendan Cutler. There's a point where Leva Bates hits a fucking hurricanrana on Jungle Boy on the floor. It's the first time I've seen her actually do any wrestling move in AEW at all.
Yeah.
You know? So I think they're starting to realize that, like, let's use her as a fucking wrestler, because this is how Penelope Ford started. If you guys don't remember, she was just coming to the ringside and then she would do like a fucking hurricanrana, and eventually she started getting put into matches. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe in the next 6 months, Leva Bates starts being in a wrestling match. Anyway, this is after that hurricanrana by Leva Bates, Cutler and Avalon get most of the offense. They almost win, but the tide turns again, and they hit an assistant cutter on Peter Avalon. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus wins. This is a very fun match. I recommend this match. We go to match number 7. Brian Cage versus Brian Pillman Jr.
The only match I wanted to see.
This match, you should go watch it. It's like a 4-minute match. It's like a 4-minute match. Pillman gets a little bit of offense in, but it's like offense that doesn't really have any effect on Cage. Like, he'll get hit with a drop kick, and he'll do one of those like, oh, I stumble back a few steps, and then Pillman will hit the ropes, but then he'll just get like fucking shoulder block down. Brian Cage hits the drill claw for the win. Cage looked good. He, because Pillman, even though he's a jobber on AEW, he doesn't look like the rest of these jobbers. He's big, he's a tall guy, he's got a recognizable name. But for Cage to put him away this easily, because essentially this is a squash, it made Cage look good. So this was a fun AEW Dark. It was only an hour, 11 minutes in a bleak.
Can I just tell you something?
Yes.
Instead of having fucking Luthor and Serpentor have a long match, how about you have fucking Brian Pillman Jr., who everyone likes, have a long match and win? Why the fuck am I watching Luthor do anything and when Brian Pillman's right there losing in 4 minutes to Brian Cage?
Actually, that's a very good question. I was trying to figure out why they had Pillman.
They won the demo.
Do you think they're like testing him, or
I don't know? Maybe like Cody's still pissed at his dad. I don't know. They're using him. They're treating him like shit, and the guy's not that bad, and people like him. And I don't know why he's losing so bad. This
is only his second match.
I know, but come on, Ricky Guns, your boyfriend, Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky Stark started winning in his second match. Yes.
Yeah. So like,
I don't know. I feel like Brian Pillman Jr. eventually is gonna be one of the.
This is the thing with him, and I feel like he shows up to places and is like, "Where's my push? My dad's dead." I don't know why I get that sense from him, but he's like, "My dad." And I feel like maybe the one thing is like AEW, like, we're going to humble him. Be like, listen, it's not about your dad. It's about you. And you're not going to get a push here. But at the same time, he's more interesting than fucking Luthor. But I don't know.
I think that's not a bad theory. I do think, though, eventually he's going to be one of the contenders for Cody's TNA.
Well, he has to. If he's on AEW Dark next week, he has to win. This is what I would do. I would have Brian Pillman Jr. versus Luthor and have him destroy Luthor. That's what I would do.
No. Luther's in a tag team.
Or Michael Naka Wakasawa. Might meet that fucking idiot.
You know what would be good? Wait. Brian Pillman Jr.'s first match was Sean Spears, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because he's fighting Sean's. One thing about Brian Pillman Jr., he's getting the higher end fucking AEW Dark guy.
I know, but I'd rather he win than fucking lose. Like,
I know, but if he's gonna win, I think you should put him up against someone like
Luke Harper.
Maybe like a Christopher Daniels, or like. Or like a Ricky Starks. I haven't fucking beat Ricky Starks.
Well, Ricky Starks hasn't really beat anyone. No, because that doesn't do anything for either one of those guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, they just, you know what they do? They just hire these people and they beat them, and then like, I don't know. That tomorrow night, Sonny Kiss is gonna lose to fucking Cody, and he's gonna be on.
As I was watching this match, this AEW Dark tonight, you know what I started realizing what AEW Dark is? It's like their feeder system of where they start building up these guys that are eventually going to become the future roster of AEW. because
Sometimes,
I can totally see Sean Dean becoming like a
All
full-time
right, you
roster
love this
member.
guy, Sean Dean. Enough with Sean fucking Dean, okay?
Serpentico is going to be in a tag team with Luthor. I have a feeling that eventually that's going to become somewhat. It's going to be like the Death Squad.
No one's going to want to see Serpentico and Luthor on AEW. Okay, no one. They barely have enough time for Matt
Kip
Hardy.
Sabian. That's who fucking Brian Pillman should beat. Kip Sabian.
Yes, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, that would be good.
Hey, you know what? You know who would be good? Chris Sabin on fucking AEW. Fuck Impact.
Yeah, why is Chris Sabian not on AEW?
Chris Sabin. Yeah, that'd be cool. Listen, here's the deal.
Chris Sabin. Oh, I thought it was like Kiss.
I think they should go back to fucking competitive matches, 3-4 matches a show, make them longer. I fucking hate what they're doing right now. It's boring. It's horrible. You like it.
I like it.
You're insane. It's fucking horrendous. It's way worse than Raw. Because at least with Raw and Impact, yes. Because at least with Raw and Impact, you have breathers. This is just shitty match after shitty match. It's over. I'm not into wrestling this week. I don't know. I'm just out of it this week. All the shows have sucked.
You could always press pause.
Where?
I'm saying it's on YouTube. You could always press pause.
No, fuck that. I'm watching it, and then I gotta move on. I got other things to do in my life. I can't.
They had one breather. They had the Sean Spears video package.
One. They need more than that. They need something. Even if Taz and him just run down the card in the middle of the show, that would be better. The pacing is fucking weird. I don't like it. All right, that's enough. Okay, so wrestling sucked. I know you liked it, but it's horrible. And
watch both matches. I recommend it.
I say just watch that women's match on Impact. All right. So that's it, and we will see you on Thursday for AEW. They want the demo. I can already see it. They want the demo. It's gonna be like NXT 9,000 viewers, AEW 400,000, and then Dave Meltzer. But they won the demo, and from 8 to 8:30, they beat the Food Network. So it's actually really good. It's actually a really good thing.
They beat Guy Fieri. They didn't beat him. I think that guy won.
No, Guy Fieri beat them.
Yeah, he beat them.
Guy Fieri. They won the demo. I won the demo. Fuck you and your demos. Why do I give a fuck about demo? What do I give a fuck about demo? Give me a good show. I don't give a fuck.
Do you think Moxley's winning?
Yeah.
Against Cage?
I'm still not convinced he's going to show up.
Possibly.
Yeah. Here's the other thing. Dave, you see, you said it to me, but I was going to say Dave Meltzer saying that AEW is the best tag division of all time. What the fuck is this guy on? Is he out of his mind?
Oh, about that. So, over the weekend, Dave Meltzer put out a tweet saying that right now, the AEW's tag team division with the Young Bucks, the Lucha Brothers, FTR.
Lucha Brothers are great. FTR is good.
Yeah. And who else? Kenny Omega and Paige. He said that's better than any tag team division in the 80s, except for one group, I think.
All Japan, because it's always something with Japan.
Here's the thing with that. It's a ludicrous statement. Even his own, even Mike Sempervidi from Wrestling Observer, who works on it, he called him out on it. Here's the thing. I think that's just fucking, he's baiting people. I think he's purposely fucking writing crazy shit because I think he's realizing, you know, Jim Cornette?
Yeah.
How he says a lot of crazy shit just because it's going to get him more fucking people.
Attention.
I think that's what fucking Meltzer's doing because right now, if the wrestling business is suffering, where people are watching less and less wrestling, what do you think is happening to his business? Which is fucking based on the wrestling business. You know?
I agree, but statements like that make you lose credibility. And like, if I'm a new fan, if I don't really know about I'm considering subscribing to his newsletter, that makes me not want to subscribe to your newsletter because that's like somebody saying the greatest movie of all time is the new Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, by the way, read my article about movies. I'm like, no. It's like, look, okay, I'll give him this. FTR, amazing tag team. Lucha Brothers, an incredible tag team.
By the way, they're fighting at Fight for Fallen tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
And keep going.
Yes, it's gonna be a great match. And I
Uh-huh.
also say, fuck, the guys,
Young Bucks.
LAX, LAX. No,
LAX. Yeah.
fuck the Young Bucks. They suck. LAX
I like Young Bucks.
is a great tag team. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
every other tag team is so unproven. You cannot compare Private Party, Young Bucks. I know he loves them, but he jerks off them every night. Let's take them out of my argument. Private Party is very good. The Luchasaurus, the other guy, very good. But you cannot even start to compare them to even the fucking Headbangers because they haven't even been around for a year. Or in the case of Jimmy Havoc and the other kid who I thought were Kip Saban, who I thought are actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't, they just got together. Now that guy raped everybody, so you can't even compare. British, like you look at the, I think it was '88 when the WWF tag team. You had the Rockers who were already like had stole the show in AWA before they got to WWE. So they're already established. The Brain Busters, NWA, the Hart Foundation, who for years already in WWE were one of the best tag team. The British Bulldogs, who were the best tag team. The fucking Powers of Pain, who say what you will, but fucking, killed it with the Road Warriors and NWA. You were about to kill it with Demolition. Demolition, which is one of the most underrated, greatest tag teams of all time. The Rougeos, the Killer Bees. And these are and the Killer Bees, I put the Killer Bees above the fucking Young Bucks. So you look at that tag division, it cannot compare for a fucking second. AEW's cannot compare. For a second.
Yeah, and it's not like we're saying that they have a bad tag team division.
No.
They have actually a really good tag team division. It's a statement of they're better than any group of like 80s tag team. I think that's what he said. That was kind of like fucking makes people go right. Because Ray, you're right. Half those teams are not proven. So how could you say that? Something could happen tomorrow where Private Party goes, yo, we breaking up. I'm no longer wrestling. Then already right there, their legacy's done.
But like the other thing too is they barely have done anything with the Lucha Brothers. They're finally starting to win right now. They've barely done anything with Butcher and the Blade. So you can't even say like the Lucha Brothers should have been highlighted on that fucking show. They haven't done anything with them. If anything, the Lucha Brothers and Ortiz and Santana got their cred in fucking Impact.
Yep, in Impact Wrestling.
If anything, I would say the Impact Tag Team division is highlighted, and they're taken care of a lot better than the fucking AEW tag team division. And then also the tag champions are two guys who don't get along. It's fucking stupid.
So we did mention that FTR and Lucha Brothers are wrestling tomorrow on AEW. That's gonna be a great match. Who's gonna win that?
No one.
Oh, you think it's gonna be a fucking DQ?
No, I'm just saying no one because everyone loses that watches AEW. I think FTR is gonna win.
That's a shame
because they have a hard on for building FTR and Young Bucks.
This is a big money match too. Oh, FTR versus Lucha Brothers. Oh,
yeah. I think the Lucha Brothers should be the champions. I think the Lucha Brothers should be the head. If the Lucha Brothers, listen, if they were giving a significant push to people like the Lucha Brothers and Hernandez and Ortiz, I would kind of agree with Meltzer. But the fact that your tag champions are doing the Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels thing where they don't get along, but they kind of get along bullshit, you have two single wrestlers who tag champs. That's not a good tag division. The tag division, let me tell you something. This is the thing about, also the Twin Towers, by the way, back in '88, and the fucking Mega Powers, and the Mega Bucks, Andre the Giant, Ted DiBiase. Those are three other teams that weren't anyway. So, this is my thing. If it's the Hart Foundation versus Hogan and Warrior, I would just say the Hart Foundation is going to win. Because how can Hogan and Warrior, they don't know how to work together like Neidhart and Bret Hart do. Mm-hmm. And it's just ridiculous. If you're going to take the serious tag division, a good tag team should always beat two single wrestlers who just got together like the other day. And I can't take it seriously with Kenny Omega and the other guys tag champ. I can't.
You know what I would do is I would fucking have the Lucha Brothers actually beat FTR tomorrow.
That's what I would do.
And then have them fucking attack Kenny Omega and Hangman Page and then challenge them. And then, build up to their whatever, I don't know, Fight for the Fallen 3. Yeah, a couple of weeks, and then
No, I think it's all out. All out.
already. Jesus.
And the end of August. We're in the middle of July.
Oh, every week they should have a special name for their shows. And then I think it's gonna be Lucha Brothers winning the tag team title. That's what I think is gonna happen.
I think the Lucha Brothers should win the tag team titles ASAP. And I think they should build for All Out, Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page. Enough bullshit. Fucking do it. If they wait till November to pull the trigger on that match, they're fucking idiots. Anyway, but they are fucking idiots. Okay, so that's it. We're done. You're a disgrace.
Did you log off already?
No, I'm saying goodnight. I'm waiting for you to say goodnight, everybody.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
I hate you. Goodbye.